Hello, my name's Michael Keneally, and this video alerts you to the fact that Saturn's retrograde ends late November and asks you the question, what are you called to achieve now as Saturn turns direct? Saturn's current retrograde ends the 27th of November. So for each person, it's sort out yourself and sort out your lifetime now and around that date. What is Saturn insisting that you sort out now? You see, Saturn is Lord of Karma. Saturn's energy demands that we tie up loose ends, that we complete unfinished business that has to be completed, and that we identify and solve the karmic challenges we chose to achieve over this lifetime. You see, Saturn is a major force of our karmic challenge in this lifetime, the exact detail of which our higher self chose at the moment of our death at the end of the last lifetime, when the karmas we'd run up over all our previous lifetimes were reviewed, and a selection of karmas for us to work on in this lifetime was made. Just before our incarnation, our higher self made the step of defining our fate and destiny direction and its details for this lifetime. Although, of course, we absolutely, each of us, need to understand the karmic demand carried by each of our planets in our birth chart and each of the asteroids. They state a crucial to know about karmic challenge for each of us this lifetime. They are our fate and destiny. In fact, going right back to the earliest sort of definable astrology, Mesopotamian astrology, it is indeed a statement of our fate, our spiritual destiny and life purpose. And part of Saturn's energy as this time for his retrograde comes to an end on the 27th of November is that we now need to identify what tasks and loose ends do each of us need to tie up now. We need to identify the detail of those tasks. We need to decide how should we hold ourselves at this time. How should we manage those key tasks? How should we now tie up the crucial loose ends that hang over us? How should we hold ourselves and manage all the rest of our life as well? There will be the surface detail, some of it crucially important to sort out now and often difficult to sort out now. But this often inevitably also raises the not to be ignored deeper issues of how should we manage ourselves? How should we hold ourselves? How should we live? How should we define our correct life path overall and now? It raises the issue of how does each of us actually identify and learn what to do, how to be, how do we manage ourselves, And actually both Vedic astrology and Western astrology are actually both needed for the actual definition of ourself. And all my readings and my wonderful courses combine both vastly and perfectly both your Western and your Vedic astrology, and they are such a help. So it raises the issue of what to achieve now and what to achieve overall does this Saturn turning direct. It raises the issue of who we actually are. Who were we meant to be? And then we need, from working on that, to manage our energies and our personality and our relationship. Certain key facets of all this will come to the surface now, around the time before and after Saturn turns direct on the 27th of November. So get a reading from me that can be tailored to your questions in this case, including such as, what are my karmas to work on in this lifetime? What is Saturn calling me to work on now? What are my karmas that are being activated now? Who actually am I in this incarnation as defined by both Vedic and Western astrology? So Vedic astrology is a statement of who we are in terms of our karmas, fate and destiny and life purpose. Our fated path. Western astrology is who we are in terms of our emotionally based self and its unfoldment. We need both. So you can go to my Star Wheel Astrology website, the link's at the foot of the video and in the blog post, and you can see all the key astrology charts from both Vedic and Western astrology that are affecting you now. What you do is you go to the More drop down in the header and select monthly astrology charts, and you'll see the wonderful selection of charts and tables for this month, November 2025. And then go to the buy page, select your reading option, then email me setting out your natal data and where you presently reside. And specify the sort of questions you want me to answer. So in the case of this reading, such as, what is Saturn calling me to do and achieve in this life? What is Saturn calling me to do now? How does my combined Vedic and Western astrology define who I am and what my life purpose is? If needed, we can add on like a shamanic journey or an intention setting session, all these sorts of things. You will find my readings and my course teaching deeply learned and caring. So all blessings to our work. Thank you.